Welcome into Bears Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. Today we are presented by Aura, an all-in-one digital safety provider. Keep your account safe and keep your identity protected with Aura. We got a special deal for you guys. We'll tell you about that a little bit later on. Aura.com/chatsports, a chance to get started with them today. Okay, let's get into some OTAs news and rumors. Little rumors roundup here. Is Justin Fields, does he continue to impress the Bears and Matt Eberflus specifically? I'd say so. 4 smoking Jays on this one. Bear down. It's definitely continuing to happen at Hallis Hall during these practices. Here was Eberflus yesterday after OTA practice number 5. He said this, quote, "Man, he throws a good deep ball. I'm excited about that. You could see it in 7-on-7. You could see it in 11-on-11s. We're going to take our shots down the field. He does a nice job doing that, and that's what stands out to me. Those things stretch you. When you get stretched vertically and horizontally like that, it causes stressors on a defense." It continues to be clear to me, really a couple things. One, that the Bears are impressed with Justin Fields overall, but 2, this team is going to take shots downfield. They're just going to. They're going to challenge secondaries vertically because that's how you put stress on a defense, is you make these guys run a lot and backpedal and, oh, crap, the ball's in the air on a 50-yard pass. I'm just going to grab the guy. That's how you draw penalties and so forth. This team will take shots downfield and hopefully less curl routes. Shout out Matt Nagy for that one. These numbers are going to go way up next year because this offense is more QB-friendly. It's going to fit what Fields wants to do and can do better, and I just expect him to play a lot better in this offense moving forward this year. And by the way, that's because we already saw evidence last year of him being able to make big-time throws downfield. Pro Football Focus has a big-time throw rate stat, and Justin Fields ranked 5th in the NFL in that. Tight windows, challenging throws downfield. He was 5th in the NFL at doing just that. So I have no doubt he can make some of these tougher downfield passes. That was a strength coming out of Ohio State, was how well he threw the ball downfield and with great accuracy. Needs to fine-tune some of the other stuff. You guys have seen the clips of him working on the mechanics. The throwing release is a little tighter now. I'm excited about that as well. If this team runs the football successfully, and I'm not going to say the cliche, establish the run, you'll be good to go, but if they get this outside zone run game going, sweeps, get the tackles moving downhill, you're getting 4, 5, 6-yard chunks, then you hit them with that hard play action, boom, Mooney over the top, Pringle over the top, Velus Jones out in space. This team has potential offensively. It really does. I get this is a transition year, and I get that, we could be looking more at 2023 and beyond, but that doesn't mean this team can't do exciting things this year. That doesn't mean Justin Fields and this offense can't be solid here in 2022. I'm excited about all of it. Obviously, it's May still. We're in OTAs, but we continue to hear good things, and it's up to them to prove it out on the football field. Okay, so I want to ask you this. The record for most passing yards in a season for a Bears quarterback, 3,838. Only team in the NFL without a 4,000-yard passer in their history. Will Fields break that this year? Type O for over, 3,838 passing yards. Type U for under. If you ask me today, I'd still probably say under, but I do think 3,600 yards with some rushing yards is very much a possibility. If it's over, then, guys, we're cooking with gas in Chicago. Get your votes in. Pin comment on today's video, so go ahead and reply right there. Next up on our Bears Rumors Roundup from OTAs, Jaquan Brisker, Gordon, are they impressing? They excelling so far? Yeah, 4 smoking Jays. It's a bear down type of show because a lot of rave reviews from these rookie picks. And look, of course the Bears want to hype up the first 2 draft picks they made, right? But this is also an all-business regime. If they're not playing well, Matt Eberflus isn't going to sugarcoat it. Here's what defensive backs coach James Rowe had to say about the 2 rooks, saying this, quote, "I love both of them so far. Right now, they are leading the defense in takeaways." Ooh, I like that. Kyler has made a lot of plays. Jaquan is already showing a great knack for punching the ball out. Shout out Peanut Tillman. They are learning the system. They are coming in, making good plays, and we are excited about both of them right now. I get we're a couple of weeks into all of this. It's OTAs. The pads aren't on, and we have a long way to go here. This secondary has huge potential, though. I've said this for a few weeks. And we'll get to Eddie Jackson later on in the show, but If he bounces back, if these two rookies are solid starters, if Jalen Johnson takes another step, I mean, this secondary, guys, can be legit. It should be easily better than last year. I have no doubts about that. But I think this could be a top 10 unit in the NFL, maybe more. I mean, I think this secondary could be the best position grouping on this football team, and that's important. Because you gotta get takeaways in this league, and that's been a challenge for the Bears past couple of years. They've still been solid defensively, but the takeaways have dwindled. That is an emphasis for Matt Eberflus. Got to take the ball away. Got to take the ball away. They're preaching it, and it's being practiced quite a bit at OTA. So we'll see if that continues to happen. More to come here on Bears Now, but today's show is sponsored by Aura. We told you off the top, an all-exclusive misspoke there, online digital security provider. And what does that mean? Well, we do everything online these days, right? We shop online. I do my banking online, social media, email. You got to have your passwords protected. You got to have your identity protected. I want my financial stuff protected. You want to avoid financial fraud? Aura is going to help you do that because they monitor all this stuff. Hackers are out of control today. I'm sure you guys have noticed. I had my Twitter account hacked in college, my first one. Luckily, I only had 120 followers, and I just created a new one. If that happened now and I lost my account, I've got a lot more to lose because I got about 4,000 followers. Not that that's a huge number, but that's a pain in the ass to deal with that, and it costs you a lot of money sometimes to deal with your banks when your cards get hacked. If nothing else, who wants to have to order a new credit card? It's a pain. I've had to do it numerous times. Not anymore because Aura protects you from all of it. Get a 14-day free trial today. That is our offer to you at aura.com/chatsports. Give it a try. It's free. There's no risk whatsoever. If you don't think it's a good enough provider after 14 days, hey, that's a cool deal. That's why it's called a trial. I guarantee, or I at least feel like you probably will, because my 14 days came and went, and I kept mine going with Aura because I feel much more secure. I don't want my identity stolen because it happens all the time. Aura.com/chatsports, 14-day free trial. Get started today. More on the secondary. You look at this on paper, and again, that's really all we can do, right? The on-field stuff matters right now, but until you get to camp, mandatory minicamp next month will mean a little bit more, training camp even more than obviously preseason. We're projecting a bit, but if Jalen Johnson takes another step, I think he's a firm CB1 in the NFL. Kyler Gordon, I think, can be a CB2 as a rookie, has CB1 potential long-term. Tavon Young, when he's healthy, is a good nickel, and I think Thomas Graham could be good competition for him. Eddie Jackson in the past has shown it before. Brisker, I think, is going to be good. Brisker and Gordon are going to be good players. I'm pretty confident in that. Now, how good are they going to be? Are they going to be, all-pro guys? I don't know. I mean, it's too early to say that. Probably not as rookies, but I think they'll be solid starters. I said it on a show last week. Brisker will be better than Tashawn Gibson at strong safety. Gordon should be better than whoever CB2 rotated last year, Kendall Vilder and Artie Burns. I mean, come on, those guys stink. So those are two upgrades just if you play decent. So I'm bullish about this secondary. I think it's going to be fantastic. Obviously, they got to prove it, but I think the potential is there, and the coaches are already noticing it. Who will have more picks as a rookie? Type KG for Kyler Gordon. Type JB for Jaquan Brisker. More interceptions here in the 2022 season. Hopefully they both have a bunch because that would give Justin Fields and these boys some shorter fields. So KG for Gordon, JB for Brisker. Now, we're almost at 48,000 subscribers, which is one reason to subscribe. But the main reasons to subscribe is because we publish videos every single day. There's a lot of good quality Bears content creators out there, but they're not doing 35, 40 videos a month like we are. Daily Bears videos, the latest news, rumors, more content as well, different types of segments. I did a roster breakdown video yesterday if you want to go check that out. Live shows every Tuesday as well where we answer all your questions and get you guys caught up on the latest. And best part of all of it, it's free. I don't charge you a dime for any of this stuff. I come up here and I have some fun with you guys. I talk about the Bears and, it is a job. I do get paid to do it, but we don't charge you guys to do it. That's the beauty of this, and we want to keep it that way. So go ahead and subscribe. Support what we're doing if you're a fan of the show. If you're not, hey, maybe we're not for you. We're not for everybody. That's certainly the truth. But we like to have a good time, and we like to keep you guys up to date with everything surrounding the Chicago Bears. All right, let's talk about Eddie Jackson. Teased that a little bit earlier. Is he going to bounce back this year? I'll go two smoking Jays. You know, I think early on there's good energy there. You know, he's drawing, you know, good praise overall at OTAs. But let's be real about Eddie Jackson. This is a make or break year for him. Why? Because after being great in 2018 and 19, hasn't been great the past 2 years. He certainly had a couple of picks taken away by a couple of questionable penalties, but at the end of the day, he has not been the same guy. That is just a fact. Now, safeties coach Andre Curtis says he's off to a good start, and, you know, that's positive, but it's also OTAs. You're rarely going to get, like, negative press, right? They're not going to be like, hey, yeah, Robert Quinn, he's not here, F him. That's just not how these things go. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt, but I did like what Curtis had to say. Here's what he said about Eddie Jackson. He's working hard through OTAs. He's getting better. He's asking all the right questions. He's being a leader in the room. I like all the stuff I've seen from him so far. We'll try to obviously work in that direction and try to maximize his potential and try to put him in a good opportunity to help our defense. I think Eddie Jackson's an X factor on this team this year. If he bounces back, even if he's not quite 2018, 2019 Eddie Jackson, let's just say he's above average, solid, gets 1 or 2 picks. That's a big improvement, and that's a game changer for this defense. I really think it is because, like I said, I think the secondary as a whole could be really, really good, and I think the better pieces around him should help him kind of freelance roam a little more and get some of those takeaways that he was getting in 2018 and 19 when he had 8 interceptions and a couple of defensive touchdowns as well. No picks the last 2 years. The pass breakups has dwindled from 20 to 7. He just hasn't been that guy. Is it want to? Is it a lack of confidence? Will a scheme change help? Will better talent around him help his chances as well? I hope so, because I think this secondary can get takeaways. Gordon's a guy that can get them. Brisker was known for that in college. Jackson used to be a guy that could do that. You've got guys that can take the football away. Now you got to do it, and that's why Eberflus is preaching it. That's why, you know, his hits philosophies, a lot of it is, you know, it's effort-based, and a lot of this stuff is effort-based. You go 110 miles per hour, you get that extra finger on the ball, and boom, it tips up, someone picks it off. Like that's how you get these type of things done, and Eddie Jackson, you know, he needs to be an effort guy. I think that's been questioned at times the past few years. It's up to him to flip that narrative here in 2022. Will Eddie Jackson bounce back in 2022? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I'm optimistic, but I'm not going to, jump into the lake without testing how cold it is first. I want to see how he performs, but I'm cautiously optimistic about Eddie Jackson. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Like we said, free videos every day, so if you're into that sort of thing, hit that subscribe button here on the channel. I would appreciate it. We'll have another video tomorrow and throughout Memorial Day weekend, which, by the way, if you guys are gearing up for Memorial Day, enjoy it. Enjoy the sun, family, friends, all that good stuff. Should be a fun time. YouTube.com/BearsNow. We'll see you soon here on the channel.